July 13th, 2024, and this video is called I Had a Feeling This Was Gonna Happen. So, there's a couple things in this video. About 3 days ago, if I was subpoenaed, you would find this to be true, that Trump there's gonna be an assassination. They were gonna try to kill him. I told my buddy I had a bad feeling. And it said that because they have nothing left. I said that's going to be the last resort. But the reason why I made this video is this is pretty a weird coincidence, what I'm going to tell you right here. So I was at a concert at my buddy, a local band, and so I didn't know any about this assassination attempt on Trump. And so I just found out about it like right now. But driving home, I was looking at the moon. I was like, isn't that so bizarre that I was like, hey, that's a planet. I thought that was a planet because it was so bright next to it. But it's not a planet, it's a star. And that star is called Spica. And so I wanted to research it. What is up with Spica today? So it says, here's a couple titles of articles. It says, watch the moon cover up the blue giant star Spica on July 13th. So that right there, I got my telephoto lens. That's Spica right there. But what's interesting about it, it says that one of the most interesting events in visual astronomy, and certainly the fastest, occurs when the moon occults a star. The moon's edge creeps up to it, seems almost to press against it, seems almost to press against it for a number of seconds, and then suddenly the star is gone. It reappears just as abruptly as the moon's other side, up to an hour or more. But what I thought was bizarre about this is because this ties into President Trump's assassination attempt. That is this kind of weird numbers and I don't want to know astrology or the positioning of the sun, moon, and planets and all that, if that does shed lights or influence or whatever. But check this out. I looked it up. So it says the star Spica, located in the constellation Virgo, has multiple representations in mythology and is associated with different things. Now, it's two things. It is associated with the Virgin Mother in Hindu mythology, Spica. The other one is it's known, the name Spica comes from the Latin word from ear, and the star and constellation Virgo are sometimes associated with Demeter, but I'm not going into that. I just thought it was pretty weird, the coincidence that this star is eclipsing the moon at the same time that Trump got assassinated, and this star Spica, it comes from the Latin word ear. It says the ear of wheat. The name Spica comes from the Latin word for ear of grain, and the star and constellation Virgo are sometimes associated with Demeter, the Greek goddess of the harvest. They hit his ear, but he wasn't harvested. I just think, sometimes it's weird how stuff happens, and all I'm saying is this was my little 2 cents, which is the correlation between Trump being assassinated on the same day that the star Spica is going in. It's occulting the moon, and it means ear. It's almost like the star is the bullet, the moon is Trump's head, just missing it. Isn't that kind of a weird little connection there? Let me see, I've been talking, and it might take a little while for that to actually get and disappear. It's getting really close. I'm going to still keep recording this. I want to see this. But yeah, we're in some dangerous times right now. But I just thought, I was talking about my buddy about this like 3 days ago around, that I had a bad feeling that he was going to be assassinated. I swear I was talking about that with my buddy. And now this was an assassination attempt, obviously. By who knows, but I think this star could be in the stars of what's going on. So I don't know the correlation. Look at the moon. It's half. But astrology and all this kind of weird stuff, I could see how it does have influence on the planet, and this might have been written in the stars. Now I don't know if it happens because of it or they use it, but this is a pretty bizarre connection, and I thought I'd share it with you. So now here is another description. It is now so entered in the IAU catalog of star names. The name is derived from the Latin spica virginis, the virgin's ear of wheat or grain. In astrology, spica symbolizes intellect, success, and ethnical growth. Positioned in Virgo, it influences personal development and scholarly potential. Mythologically associated with harvest, Spica emphasizes purity and innovation. Historically seen as a spiritual sun, its binary nature underscores unity. Now, the other day when I was thinking about this verse is what I thought about. And now that I looked it up, it happens to be Revelation 13. And one of his heads seemed to have a deadly wound, but his death stroke was healed. And the whole earth went after the beast in amazement and admiration. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And all of the world wondered after the beast. The whole earth was amazed and followed the beast. Everyone on earth marveled at the beast.